and strategic affairs expert. He's joining us live from Delhi, and of course Major General S.P. Sinha and Colonel DPK Pillai continue to be with us since Colonel R.S. Singh has joined us just now. Let me begin with him. Very good evening, sir, and over to you. You know the incident of the murder of soldier Lance Naik Prabhu, in fact, while he was visiting his home on leave, and following an altercation, DMK's full of himself councillor Chinnaswamy coming with goons and beating him in a manner that the soldier lost his life. Your thoughts and how we really take it forward? Chinnaswamy and 6 others have been arrested, but should the matter end there, really?
No, I view this in an overall perspective, and the overall perspective is the kind of environment that this political party has created over the years. And in that environment, national symbols are constantly attacked. You would recall, you see how they attacked the institution of governor, how every national symbol, as if Tamil Nadu is some sequestered place from rest of the country. So this has happened, when in that environment, and this environment is not new. You remember those days? I mean, I was posted in Chennai that time when this LTTE, this when was at its peak, just before in fact I was there when our ex-Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated. And at that time too, the environment was environment was similar. So when you create such an environment, soldiers will be targeted because they don't take pride in any national institutions. The only thing they survive and take pride in is in their dynastic politics. And I don't know, they claim to be atheists, and I don't know how can atheists be family people. If you are an atheist, then you might not believe in any relationship, brother, sister, husband, wife, father, mother, because you're an atheist. Where do you draw this family strength from? So when you are a dynast, I'm always maintained that dynasts are the biggest, whether it is in politics or in judiciary. The dynast can be subverted most easily. Because you just have to subvert a family and you subvert the entire state or the entire country. And this is what has happened.
Yeah.
So many RSS workers, VHP workers have been killed over the years. But nobody took notice because they were from the right wing, so-called right. You never took no notice. Now at least I expect the central government to take notice of this and ensure the safety and security of a serving soldier, not only who is on leave, but the families they leave behind.
True.
I mean,
that's an important aspect that you are bringing under focus, Colonel Singh. There seems to be some issue with your video as well. If you try and fix it, in fact, I forgot to mention Commodore G.J. Singh continues to be with us, but I'll take this question to Colonel Pillai. Colonel Pillai, your thoughts on what can be done really? Colonel R.S. Singh was suggesting that the center should intervene and some mechanisms should be put in place. Can there be some protocols under which a soldier traveling out of duty, on leave, traveling to his family or her family, they have some extra layer of protection, some identification, which gives them that extra sense of safety and security when they travel outside of their duty and they are not in uniform?
I think we are being very naive when we believe that we can give them some kind of a protection, because it's not the first time that such a violence has taken place against, firstly, it's not just that it's restricted to soldiers. It can happen to anyone. Every day our news is full of attacks against the weak or, certain sections of the community. So it's not something that has happened for the first time. It's not the first state that it has happened. It has happened in educated states like Kerala, where I remember when I was there in Trivandrum. There were many incidents that took place, and it is not going to be the last time such a thing. What is at the very core of this whole issue is the lack of moral values. In a democracy, the core that we have is that we have a minimal reciprocity, which is expected in civic life, in our morality, in our value that we place on each other. That is lacking. So what you see everywhere, whether it is in jumping a traffic light, or that is because you can do it, or you're driving a bigger vehicle, or the way you go about bulldozing your thoughts on other people because you can do it, the brazenness, it's there in everything. You see it in happening encroachments, and that's the reason that is more scary than what you see here, because now DMK, or whether it is any other party, like already Captain Bansal had mentioned about the way they behaved with the IPKF when they came back here, or about the attack on the institutions of the government. This is something that democracy cannot prosper if you have these kind of. So the key is having certain strong measures that these are not acceptable. And that code has to come. It is not like you give a protection to the soldiers that they would still be attacked. Say, please come.
What can be those extra strong measures? If I could take this to Major General Sinha. So, you think there has to be some extra layer of protection provided, some mechanism by which if a soldier is not in uniform, they are still identified, and that identification carries some weight. It's not necessary that every time a soldier has to be respected only when he or she is in uniform and carrying a gun. I mean, soldier. The sentiment itself
I personally
means
feel time
that
now.
a soldier is there to sacrifice his or her life in their mindset to make the supreme sacrifice for the country, and that sentiment has to be respected irrespective of whether the soldier is on duty or not.
I personally feel time now has come that some sort of advisory should go from the central government, that the well-being and safety of armed forces personnel will be the responsibility of Chief Minister of the state, and any mistake or any lapse on this part, on the part of Chief Minister, he will be held accountable, and he'll have to pay a penalty which should cost his chair. If some sort of advisory like this goes, people know that if this happens, that will happen. There's no fear today. These people think they are power drunk. They think nothing will happen to them. They are above law. That is the worry. When our soldiers, I have been in Sri Lanka for 2 years. When our RPK people, the dead bodies used to come, the DMK used to insult. DMK was never happy that Indian soldiers are fighting in Sri Lanka. They were not happy within, and they used to, from time to time, they used to show their anger. So this will not go until unless you feel how the accountability will be respected. Accountability will be respected only when people know that if there is a lapse, they'll be fixed. They'll be fixed right and proper. Today there's no law, there's no advisory, so they get away with murder because and even if inquiry is ordered by DMK government, do you think something will happen? Why the media of DMK is not reacting, not covering this issue? Because they know that they have to survive in Tamil Nadu.
Absolutely.
If today there is an issue, Stalin will finish them off. So I think the pressure has to come from the central government, and it should apply to all the states in India and all UTs, Union territories, irrespective of whose government is in power. And any lapse, people should be sorted out.
Sir.
You can't do that.
Yeah. While the man has been arrested, sir, that seems to be not enough. You are saying that the media wing of the DMK is not taking note, but the nation is really observing the developments very close. And in fact, we have a caller, Navidita, joining us over the phone from Noida. Navidita, over to you. Your thoughts. Does it really give you a sense of revulsion that a soldier in our country is treated like this, even if off duty?
Yeah, first of all, I want to just offer my condolences to the family and to the entire armed forces. I'm really sorry for sounding like this. I'm not, I should be composed, but it's what a shame. A soldier dies for the country and he's killed by the enemy and he's killed by his own countrymen. I mean, is this what our country has come to? And forget anything else. You can't even kind of kill an animal like that. And he's a soldier. Look at his photographs in the. I'm really sorry, Abhishek, but this is so heartbreaking. We see the picture of the dying soldier. He died for the country, but killed by his own people. I'm angry with the center. I'm really angry with the center that they have to make certain policies which are strong, which make the armed forces untouchable by all these goons who have nothing in their mind except just politics.
Yes.
They couldn't care less. If this could have happened in a democracy, if we compare apples to apples, in a country like America, they wouldn't have spared the person. I mean, I don't know. The person is going to be. He's been arrested. But what? We want immediate action. This is ridiculous. And Stalin, by his name itself, I mean, he's describing, his actions have described what he is. He is so heartless that not a single tweet. I'm really sorry that this is not the way. I'm a 54-year-old woman.
No, you need not.
I'm so
You
sorry
need not
to all
be
the
sorry
children,
at all. In
all
fact,
the people who are here
every
on the
word you have
panel.
said, you need not be composed as well. Every word you have said carries the weight of the anger, frustration that every citizen watching this, every citizen who has come to know of this is facing, feeling.
The family must be going through, and the armed forces, all the people there, the seniors, what they must be thinking. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Colonel Arasan Singh, this is the sentiment. This is the sentiment, Navedita there, I think whatever words Navedita used essentially reflect the mood of the nation, the sentiment of the nation. And whosoever comes to know about this episode there in Krishnagiri district, in Tamil Nadu, would feel the same sense of shame at the manner in which a soldier has been treated in this country, and by a politician, someone who has a position of responsibility in public life. Colonel Arasan Singh, you think Navedita should not be sorry at all that she lost her composure and that she's so angry that her emotions are really coming out?
No, of course. I mean, the whole country is anguished about it, and she has every right to be anguished as a patriotic Indian. But yes, I'm not talking about, providing 24/7 security or protection to every serving soldier, when he's on leave. But we certainly can talk about, improving the environment. Who creates that environment? It is politics. It is the politicians. It is the party in power that creates that environment. And I'm sorry to say that under this political dispensation, the narrative, the national narrative that they have set does not do any service to any national institution nor any national symbol. And this happened. I don't know. I mean, who was in collusion, during the assassination of Mr. Rajiv Gandhi? But definitely the way this party went, on a overdrive, for release of the assassins of Rajiv Gandhi, in collusion with some people, in various institutions, the judiciary and the affected family. It was shocking, and not that lady didn't even show him remorse. I'm talking about Nalini. Till today, she hasn't shown any remorse about her role in assassination of the ex-prime minister of this country. So this is the political environment where national institutions, national symbols have to operate in Tamil Nadu, and I'm saying this with great degree of responsibility. Every day you will see the way they behave with the governor.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
you can have political.
That's a political comment.
See,
Yeah.
I always say, they say that, who will decide that who is a patriot and who is not a patriot? My simple definition is that anybody who believes in uniting the country is a patriot, and who doesn't is an anti-national. And I can say, it is my conviction that this political party is definitely not patriotism. In fact, it is uh, I don't know whether at best, I don't know if it is what, but at worst it is anti-national.
Commodore, I have not had you
Yes.
for a while in the conversation. You think the point that Colonel RSN Singh is making, that it might have something to do, this episode might have something to do with the political
Yes.
culture that has been fostered by the present dispensation there in Tamil Nadu?
Yes, I fully endorse the points of Colonel RSN Singh, because I would say that this example which their Chief Minister Stalin has set before their own people by misbehaving, by insulting the chair of a governor, as he RSN Singh put as symbol of democracy, the symbol of respect. He has totally disgraced it, insulted it. This fellow, these goons, their councillors, their party people have been emboldened. They have taken an example from him that we have nothing to wear. Our leader is like this. Our leader can defy the governor. Their leader can, if you come to think of it, the governor is the highest post, highest position in the state. If their own chief minister can rebel against it and can misbehave with the governor, then they have no respect for anybody else. They will take law